Alright, we're going. Hey guys, it's Ryan.
And it's Tom, we're back.
We're back. We didn't talk about No Mercy, which is bad because No Mercy was fine.
Yeah, here's our 5-second review of No Mercy. It wasn't as good as Backlash, but it was fine.
Yeah, weird order, but Dolph Ziggler versus Miz was fucking great.
Yeah, okay, that concludes our review.
And now on to the more important thing, the main brand, Monday Night Raw's pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell.
It's the A show, boys and girls, and you can tell by the great matches.
Also, it has the Universal title, which is the most important title, because it's the whole universe.
It's a really big title.
Also, has SmackDown had one Hell in a Cell match? No. Do you know how many Raw's going to have now? 3 Hell in a Cell matches. One of them's going to have ladies in it, so you know what? Raw wins.
No Mercy didn't have a single No Mercy match.
Yeah.
Which shows how bad it was compared to what will surely be an amazing pay-per-view this Sunday.
I feel like you could call a hardcore match a No Mercy match.
Yeah, you might well. But Hell in a Cell, what I liked about No Mercy is that, all of the matches went with a theme of not having mercy for something or someone. But Hell in a Cell isn't a theme, it's a match.
Well, because they're going to be in cells, and the cells are going to be hellish. Oh, God. Alright. Yeah. The build has not been down for any of it. We'll talk about it more individually, match to match. But before we start, some matches that haven't been officially announced, but might happen. Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman.
That match better frickin' happen. I want that match to happen more than half of the matches on this card that have been announced.
Yeah, that's actually a feud I'm kind of digging.
I'm not opposed to them doing maybe it's a slower burn. Maybe I don't know, Sami comes out to fight Neville or whoever, or Braun Strowman comes out to fight Neville in the opening and destroys him, and Sami saves his friend, and that's how it continues.
Yeah. I just think we'll see something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
The other amazing feud on Monday Night Raw, not involving the Titus brand, of course, is the one and only Bo Dallas versus Curtis Axel.
Well, that worked on Monday just because Curtis Axel was getting that hometown love. It actually it was probably the best promo of Curtis Axel's life, which isn't saying a whole lot if people have seen the genesis of McGillicuddy.
I don't think I saw that one, actually. I don't think I saw the promo from Monday night. Yeah, I didn't watch it yet.
It was pretty good. He was feeding off being hey, remember my dad's Mr. Perfect? And the crowd was woo.
We remember that. Do you remember the past?
So Curtis Axel has turned face, I guess, at least for 1 week. And Rodas beat him in 2 minutes.
But I liked NXT Bo Dallas. I don't need him beating Neville.
It's just weird. It's a weird, he's still trying to do the whole Bo leave thing, but at this point he doesn't even seem like he's trying to be, inspirational, which was the point.
He does the weird rhymes.
I
don't know how I feel about it. I'm not down for it. Anyway, enough of that shit that isn't on the Wikipedia page. Let's talk about some important matches. Cedric Alexander, Lince Dorado, and Sin Cara versus Tony Nese, Drew Gulak, and Arya Daivari on the pre-show.
The most interesting thing I have to say about this match was that when I saw Daivari, I thought it was the old Daivari that teamed with Muhammad Hassan back in 2005. So I was kind of sad when I realised it wasn't. And that's all I got to say about this match.
Isn't it his brother or cousin or something?
What, to Muhammad Hassan? Or
no, to the other Daivari.
It may be.
Because it's the last name. I think he did a promo where it was my family member used to be here. Alright, the cruiserweights are really fucking boring, not gonna lie, guys.
Sin Cara is most interesting just because it's fun to watch and see if he accidentally falls on his own neck.
He's been doing okay so far.
So far, since he went down to a cruiserweight, I guess, fuck it, I'll say, since he went down to the cruiserweights, down from Braun Strowman, he seemed to have fit in, at least. It's good that they're having established stars, mix and mingle.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I don't know, there's just, I like Cedric Alexander. I don't get why Rich Swann is in this match, but fine, whatever. But it's just Divas Revolution style. here's all the cruiserweights are in a tag match because we don't have anything interesting for any of them to do.
It really is does bring back memories of fucking Paige, Charlotte, and Becky all debuting at the same time, and then being like, oh wait, we're not going to be a team. Well, only two of us will be a team.
I think you meant Sasha, not Paige.
Yes, excuse me, I meant Sasha.
That's the Tom wrong alarm.
When I say have more than one sentence said in a row, as you can usually count on something ended up being wrong. But whatever, it was a bad story.
Yeah. Also, yeah, Cruiserweight, who gives a shit? We're going to talk about that more later on, I believe. Bayley versus Dana Brooke.
I don't know who I want to win this. I feel like they both kind of need it. Maybe Dana needs it a little more, but where the heck does she go from there after she wins?
Also, she's really bad. I hate to say it, but I feel like every match she's in, she like fucks up the finish somehow, or fucks up like a big move or something.
Oh god, when she beat Bayley, like accidentally clean as a whistle.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't able to put her foot on the rope.
There was that. There was one where she was trying to like grab someone's foot or something to like distract them, but then she didn't.
She just kind of like pawed at the rope.
Oh god, yeah. There's a lot of like, I don't know what it is, but she's just not like, she was pretty good in NXT if I remember correctly. Like, she probably needed a bit longer there to like cement it all, but like she wasn't like this.
Is it a case maybe where Raw has a lot more bullshit finishes, and she gets nervous about being like, hey, here's your moment, go.
It could be. Yeah, I can imagine it's a little bit stage fright.
She has a fear of ropes.
I'm afraid of ropes, so I completely understand that.
Mm.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind if Dana Brooke won this one. Oh, who do you think's winning in the Cruiserweight tag team match?
Oh, who gives it? A Sin Cara team.
Team Sin Cara. Set up a Survivor Series match. It's 5 of Raw's Cruiserweights versus 5 of SmackDown's Cruiserweights.
SmackDown's Cruiserweights.
SmackDown's flippy Finn people.
I feel like they just have to put like whatever female wrestlers are left, they'll have to put them towards the Cruiserweight team.
Well, they can't wrestle.
Oh, not in the match.
Yeah, it's horrifying.
Because the Cruiserweights are just so damn violent.
They do a lot of flips, but they don't do as many flips as they did in the Cruiserweight Classic, and that makes me really sad.
Like, a lot of people have been getting injured lately, so we're just gonna like do kind of submissions, just gonna do some chin locks.
I'm okay with that, but like, most of the Cruiserweight Classic matches had like an energy to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were really fast paced and cool. Like, even when they weren't doing flippy shit, they still felt quick. There were lots of cool like reversals of submissions and stuff, and lots of cool, interesting stuff. And now they're just like, we're gonna do a suicide dive, like fucking Luke Harper. Everyone does suicide dives, but I don't know. Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann pull some cool stuff. Anyway, Bayley versus Dana Brooke.
I'll agree with you and say Dana. Like, that she probably takes it.
Yeah, she like wins dirty, and then because I'm imagining Bayley is challenging for the title at WrestleMania, and I think at the moment you just need to hand her a solid losing streak because she's not really an underdog.
Yeah, Dana wins when she like tries to hit Bayley with a chair but like misses, and then it's just like, oh, I'll just hit my regular finisher and pin you clean.
Oh, what an accident. You think Dana Brooke's like Hulk Hogan?
I think so. I think she's like accidentally, like, she's supposed to lose all these matches, but she's just so fucking tough. Like, she just ends up like doing it anyway. She's going against a booking, brother.
Yeah, Dana Brooke, Hulk Hogan. Oh god. Alright, Enzo and Cass versus the Club.
The sad, like, shells of humans formerly known as a Club.
It makes me so... They're so cool. Like, I don't understand how difficult it is to book, like, an invasion storyline, because no one's ever done it good.
I'm not saying they were booked like monsters before, but I feel like ever since they did the whole, okay, we're not going to try and be funny from now on, retcon, they've been really, really pushed down.
I feel like they're kind of blaming like the old day on them. I'm sure some asshole wrote that.
Like, who the hell could save it? Like, New Day came out, and like even their like segment in that was bad.
Mm.
I'm not saying New Day like automatically make things better at this point because they don't.
Yeah, they really don't. Yeah, these guys could have been awesome. Could have been just like a dominant tag team. Just like the problem was the second they had the Usos beat them, like it's just like, oh, so they aren't like a super dominant tag team who won't lose for months, which no one gets anymore. Everything has to be 50-50. No one's like, unless they're crushing jobbers, no one gets to be undefeated and strong.
Well, it's usually one or the other, where they immediately debut and go into 50-50 booking, or they're an undefeatable monster that ends up being hindered by that winning streak, and it like limits the amount of interesting storytelling you can get. I've mentioned this to you before, but I feel like one of the best debuts recently, since I've been watching, was Cesaro, where he like, I think his first defeat was like, his first loss was like maybe match 7, where he randomly lost to Christian, but it was like hyped up as like, oh shit, he got beat, holy shit. But then he kept winning still, and it's like, oh okay, you can catch him off guard, but he's just really fucking good.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, I don't want the club to always win, but I want them to win more than they lose.
If they lose, there has to be a damn good reason.
Yeah, like, they lose just because, I don't know, like...
Because Big Cass is 7 foot tall.
And he big boots people. I think the club are winning this one.
I think so also. Like, they've been looked like such fucking scrubs against like Enzo and Cass. I know Enzo didn't win clean, but the fact is he won a match, which he just should never win a singles match. So please, to some base god, that they just like knock Big Cass off the apron, crush Enzo with just their fist, like crush his head with their hands, and then pin him.
Yeah, and then what other tag teams are there on Raw? Genuine question.
Apart from what? Not counting Cesaro and Sheamus.
Oh yeah, Cesaro and Sheamus. There's the Golden Truth. There's the Shining Stars.
There was a Dudleys, but they're gone.
That makes me. I was enjoying the Dudleys. Like, I really like Bubba Ray. Like, I like in the ring. Like, I like his taunting and stuff. When he was like he was teaching like the Vaudevillains or something how to like. So you pick him up and then you cross-face him.
Yeah.
And then you cross-face him again. And that's genuinely really funny. I would rather the Dudleys had a title shot than most of the tag teams on Raw.
They would have been great. They're doing, but honestly, the club's going for a similar problem that the Dudleys went through, where they debuted and for like a month they were a big deal. And they seemed like they were like beating a lot of people, and then they just kind of had a downward slope.
Yeah, it felt like after they split Styles from them, they kind of lost faith in them a little bit.
Yeah, I think they just didn't know what to do with them. They didn't know whether to make them like AJ Styles, and partly because SmackDown's a better written show, and AJ Styles is just better than the club, but he can balance being funny and dangerous perfectly, and the combination of the club being not quite as good at that and Raw's terrible writers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like if they were allowed to do their own thing more, like having seen, I don't know, just stuff from like the Bullet Club in Japan and all that sort of stuff, they can pull it off a bit better if they're just allowed to do their own stuff. But Raw more than SmackDown, I feel, feels very scripted and very like, this is what you say. You go out there and you say that the old day, a bad. Yeah, not a inspiring team.
Not an inspiring. I don't know if people can tell, but we're kind of meh about this entire pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm not. There's nothing on this. There's maybe one match on this card that I'm actually excited for.
Do you remember last month when I like was freaking out over how great Cesaro and Sheamus is probably going to be?
Speaking of, The next match on the Wikipedia entry is The New Day versus Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team Championships. New Day are winning.
Yes, it's the worst. You can see it coming a freaking mile away, because after those jobber squashes, it was Cesaro versus a New Day guy, I can't remember, and he lost when Sheamus got involved. Sheamus versus a New Day guy, Kofi, I believe. He lost when Cesaro got involved. Then they were a team in the tag team, and they actually kind of worked together, and they won because New Day lose every freaking non-title tag team match. So New Day are winning.
And they've still got to beat that tag team record, because that matters. The New Day have been... The problem I have with this is, one, it only feels like they're trying to beat the record. There's no other reason for the New Day to still be holding the belts. And two, the New Day have been shitty champions. They turned face months ago, but they rarely defend the titles, and when they do, they usually retain them by DQ or, like, cheating.
Like, I honestly can't remember the last time they, like, won a tag team, like, championship match clean, because everyone else just they can't explain why they're better than other people apart from cheating. Like, even the freaking club.
I think they beat the Vaudevillains clean.
That might have been the last time.
Which, yeah, that tells you something, because that was when they were pushing the Vaudevillains.
And that was when Xavier was wrestling as well. He actually wrestled in that match.
Oh, yeah, I thought they were going to lose.
Everyone thought they were losing because like, whenever New Day lose, usually, like, it's because Xavier's wrestling to take the pin.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, where the heck are Cesaro and Sheamus going to go after this? Like, once they lose, because this is their title opportunity, and they haven't been getting along. So if they lose, why the heck would they be like, let's just stick around, keep being a tag team, because...
Yeah, I guess they'll have to split up and they'll have to feud more.
They'll just be like, oh, that didn't work. Alright, see you later.
I don't... Yeah, it feels... Like, it was a nice idea, but... And if they do win the tag titles, which isn't very likely, but, you know, I can dream. If they do win them, I think, like it'd be fun for a little while. But at the moment, yeah, there's nowhere interesting this can go. And there hasn't really been anything with the New Day and Cesaro and Sheamus. Like, this hasn't been a particularly interesting feud. It's more about Cesaro and Sheamus having to team up.
Yeah, it doesn't even feel like these teams have interacted. And this is what, like, New Day does. They do promos, like, and they go back and forth with their opponents. And there hasn't been a whole lot of that.
There really hasn't. Yeah. Anything else to say about this match before we move on to the Cruiserweight Championship?
I still like Sheamus.
I like Cesaro and Sheamus. I like all these people. I'm just tired of the New Day. And Cesaro and Sheamus seems like a dead end for both of them.
Cesaro and Sheamus get on the same page when they both find Mick Foley backstage and beat the heck out of him. The heck in a sec.
I'd be okay with that. Because Mick Foley is not a good GM. Alright, TJ Perkins versus Lee Brian Kendrick for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship.
It's Brian Kendrick's last chance this time, guys, we swear.
On one hand, I can... Like, people are like, but like Austin Aries and Samoa Joe are older than Brian Kendrick, and they're not on their last chance. And I'm like, yeah, but they're way more famous than Brian Kendrick. That's not the same.
Brian Kendrick's just this weird guy in, like, zebra pants.
I really like how he does promos. I really like Brian Kendrick. Like, he has, like, a weird way of talking, where he's very measured and calm. And I really dig it. And it sounds like it's weird, but it kind of sounds natural. He's just kind of a weird guy.
So are people starting to sour on TJ Perkins yet? Because I feel like people are starting to sour on TJ Perkins.
I would guess so. I don't know if there was ever a groundswell of support for him. He's always like, people were just like, oh yeah, TJ Perkins, he's okay.
He's like a good wrestler. Leave him alone.
And he is a good wrestler. Like, he had good matches in the Cruiserweight Classic, but just not. Once again, the problem with the Cruiserweights, nothing fucking interesting is happening except for Brian Kendrick's story, which I'm actually super into, where he's like, this is my last chance and I've got to win.
it's like the same thing that the women's division is going through, where it's like the fact that they are who they are, cruiserweights and women and etc., is more important than the actual feud that's happening.
Yeah.
I kind of want Brian Kendrick to take the title.
I agree that I want Brian Kendrick to win, because I think he'd be more interesting, and there's a bunch of great face cruiserweights who we can like have cool matches with, more than TJ Perkins, because there aren't many good heel cruiserweights other than Brian Kendrick, in my opinion, at the moment.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I feel like they want a long cruiserweight title run, like start it off. So I feel like Perkins is holding it for a while, so get ready for more video game references and dabbing.
God, the video game references in his promos from like 1992, like fucking. I need to stop swearing. Like just SNES references and stuff, and being like, "Whoa, dog, you got to reset your game there."
Whoa, dog, you've got to reset your game there.
Yes, that's my TJ Perkins.
You need to eject that cart and blow on it, and then put it back in, and then turn the console back on.
And then maybe fiddle with like the aerial around the back, see if you need to retune it.
And then you need to get a little Q-tip, and you gotta clean it. I'm out of jokes. I'm not on my game today. We're a little hungover. It's fine. We're predicting Helen. Also, this card looks really boring and shitty. So
I don't want you to excuse the card or the lack of enthusiasm for the card by being like, oh, it's because we're hungover. No, it's because the card is bad.
Yeah, if we were talking about SmackDown, we'd be fucking happy. Should we talk about SmackDown? Just ignore Hell in a Cell.
Isn't it really great how they've got freaking James Ellsworth in the main event picture, but it makes sense.
It's perfect. Like, you're always like I get why he's here because Dean Ambrose is fucking with AJ Styles. Like, it never feels like they're not like, oh, he's so good. Like, they're not.
Everybody and their mother is like, hey, you don't really belong here, and he's like, I know,
but I'm here and I've got 2 fists and I'm gonna try my hardest. And he does try his hardest. Yeah, back on point. I as much as I would like Kendrick to win, I think Perkins takes it.
You're probably right. I feel like I just want Kendrick more, but realistically, like the NXT title and like the women's title, they don't want to play hot potato with it just yet.
Yeah, it's fair enough, but I'm just iffy on their choice of first champion. He's not inspired me at all. Anyway, on to the first of 3. That's right, not 1, not 2, 3 Hell in a Cell matches.
It's a triple main event.
They should. I don't know. I feel like they should have 3 rings in the Hell in a Cell,
or like on top of each other, 3 Hell in a Cells,
like stacked.
And then and then Charlotte and Sasha in the top one, and she moonsaults off the top one. Way down.
And somehow Sasha is the one who was injured.
Yeah.
But Charlotte's fine. Sasha's like, oh no, yeah, so Sasha Banks versus Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship. The first ever women's Hell in a Cell. I don't know if you knew this.
My prediction for this match is history will be made.
Because that's more important than the Hell in a Cell being the worst thing ever. It's just so boring. We've seen these women wrestle a billion fucking times, and like none of the matches are bad, but I feel like the feud is held back by the women's revolution thing, where it has to be about, oh, we're making history, we're like pushing forward into the future, and it's not enough about how they hate each other so much they have to be contained inside a cell.
They need to be held in a cell.
Alright, you are on your game. That's good. There's nothing really to this feud. They just both want the title.
Like, they can't, even in interviews, they can barely contain their like pleasure of being like, oh, finally women are gonna do fun things and cool things, and we're gonna be in the main event, kind of.
Apparently, alright, this is the latest on that. Everyone except Vince wants them to be going last. So if Vince is convinced before Sunday, then they will be the main event. Which
I never thought I'd see the day where Vince is the only one paying attention to the feud.
I mean, like, this ain't a main event.
This isn't the main event.
I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like, I'm sure he doesn't want it because he's like, oh, women. But I'm holding on to the slightest chance that he doesn't want it on last because he's like, it's kind of a shitty story.
Yes, because Vince would see that. Like, this is a shitty story. Anyway, I think I'm going to book myself to win the NXT title. How do you feel about that, Triple H? That's Triple H crying. Yeah, I hope this match is good. I feel like both women are going to be out there trying to, like, put on a great fucking match.
Oh, yeah, they'll have some crazy spots in this to, like, show that they can do it.
And as long as nobody gets hurt, which maybe we'll get lucky this time.
As long as we have a good, clean, competitive, fun Hell in a Cell match.
Fun Hell in a Cell. Well, I want them to get hurt. I don't want them to get really hurt. I want them to get, like, you know...
some fun, competitive blood.
Yeah. I'd be okay with people bleeding in one of these. There's 3 Hell in a Cell matches. Someone has to bleed in one of them.
There has to be at least one that's, like, actually hardcore.
Yeah, not only is... Well, maybe Reigns or Russo. We'll talk about that in a sec.
Mm.
But yeah, the booking for this feud has felt too overshadowed. Like, we always talk about how we prefer SmackDown's women's roster. I think we can agree that Raw maybe has the more talented women. Like, they have Sasha and Charlotte and Bayley. But what SmackDown does way better is everyone feels important. And it just feels like storylines that are happening that happen to be about women. Whereas Raw is always wrapped up in, oh, we're the best, look at us, look how great, we're finally giving women, like, matches and stuff. It's not like it was our fault that we didn't give them matches and hire good women's wrestlers before. They didn't exist before now.
Women didn't want to be good back then.
That's what annoys me. Like, it's such like a, all they did was have bra and panties matches. And like you're the people who wrote the storylines. Like, Stephanie McMahon was the head of storylines in WWE for fucking years. And at no point before was she like, maybe we shouldn't make the Ruby Joe's clothes off.
Maybe it's almost like Stephanie just pays attention to what's, like, cool in the public eye and just gives them that.
Philanthropy is the next form of business, or whatever the fuck.
Smartest form of business.
Smartest form of business, yeah.
Yeah, 3 cell matches. One of them's going to be a straight up wrestling match, and it's going to be this one. One's going to be super brutal, and one's going to be full of interference.
Yeah, I think we all know. Yeah, I think Sasha keeps it, because they've been hot potatoing the belt a little bit. I think Sasha keeps it now.
They have, but I want Charlotte's pay-per-view record to continue.
Maybe Sasha wins by DQ.
Or like Charlotte wins by DQ in a Hell in a Cell match.
Yes, she does something so brutal.
The one time Dana, like, successfully DQs someone.
And Charlotte's like, what the fuck, Dana?
I didn't even know you could fucking do that.
In a Hell in a... I don't know. She just, like... I feel like even in... Because chair shots are the head of band. We discussed this once. I'm like, I think they should be banned in kayfabe. So if someone goes for a chair to the head... Like, everyone's like, what the fuck? That's hot. Like, that's banned. Like, even in a no DQ match, that's banned.
Mm.
So you can have Charlotte hit Sasha Banks in the head with a chair. Don't do that. But have her go for it, and they're like, well, I guess we're going to have to DQ you.
Or like I'd like that, and like pile drivers as well.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Moves where it's like, no, we've banned that move because it's too dangerous.
I can't remember what match it was, but Kevin Owens it looked like he was going to go for the package pile driver. He has that move where he gets them up in the package pile driver position, but then he just slams them.
Yeah, he just puts them sideways and like side slams them.
And I'm like, no, just do it once. I want him to do it to like Brock Lesnar. That's how I want Brock Lesnar's winning streak. I want Kevin Owens to beat it.
And then he's not down yet, and then Sami Zayn runs out and does a brainbuster.
Yes. Like, everyone just starts running out and doing their crazy
Uber
dangerous
finishes.
moves. Like, Brian Kendrick comes out and Burning Hammers him. I fucking love the Burning Hammer.
Like Randy Orton comes out and punts him.
Oh, we can bring back the curb stomp.
Yes.
Yeah. Good times. Alright, this is not listed as the main event on Wikipedia. I'm a little worried. Because there's a match that's above it, and you all know who's in that match. But right now, let's talk about the Universal Championship. Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins.
So we got a feud, we got a main event feud, or at least co-main event feud, where the Universal Champion is less important than a list than a piece of paper on a clipboard.
This feud is just completely about, one, how much funny stuff can Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho do? A lot of funny stuff, not going to dispute that. And two, it's about when's Triple H going to come back and like explain why he did it?
Like, this is a chance. This is one, pretty much the only feud going on Raw at the moment where I'm like, this could still turn out good, where they could acknowledge basically what's happening, and Kevin Owens is like, hey, you're kind of stealing my thunder a bit there, Chris, buddy, with your list.
I definitely think Kevin Owens is going to turn on him at some point soon. Like, I think it's 100% just like...
I don't know how everyone feels like an afterthought in this feud, and I'm like, who's the focus? Because everyone I think about, I'm like, oh, Seth hasn't done a whole lot, Kevin Owens hasn't done a whole lot, even Chris Jericho's literally not on the card, but you know he's gonna be there.
He's gonna be there hanging out, putting stuff on the list.
Like, who's been the focus? Mick Foley and Stephanie?
Yeah. The focus is more on the intrigue around the GMs than it is on the goddamn wrestlers and the wrestling story. Because, like, Seth Rollins, I feel like Seth Rollins is supposed to be turning face, and this might just be me, but I feel like Seth Rollins needs to come out with a microphone and say, I'm sorry I worked with the Authority, they're dicks. I'm sorry I betrayed the Shield, we were awesome. I'm sorry about everything, let's be friends, crowd. Like, he needs to have a moment where he actually fucking isn't a dick. Like, at the moment it's just like, well, I was working for the Authority and then they betrayed me for Kevin Owens.
At the moment it's a heel versus heel feud, but they still want us to cheer for Seth.
I'm gonna cheer for Kevin Owens because he's my favourite.
Yeah, and Seth is like, he's good. He's good. He's a really good wrestler when he's not injuring people.
Yeah, he's a really good wrestler when he's not injuring people or just having really mediocre matches.
And he's in this weird, like you say, midpoint. But it's not a tweener. He's not owning it like that. Like, he's not a good guy or a bad guy or the guy. He's just a guy.
He's just there. And yeah, Kevin Owens in this feud feels very... Kevin Owens in general as Universal Champion is unfortunately very weak. They've basically straight away been like, he can't win a match anymore. Our Universal Champion can't win a match without interference.
You know, like one of the best things about Kevin Owens, it kind of had the AJ Styles thing where you felt like he could like win or lose any match clean.
Yeah, that's the thing. Kevin Owens beats people clean. Like, he used to beat people clean all the goddamn time. He beat AJ Styles clean. He beat Sami Zayn clean. Like, he beat John Cena clean. Like, a year ago, Kevin Owens was an absolute powerhouse, and now he can't win a fucking match without goddamn Jericho running down.
He just comes out with this really awkward looking suit which just doesn't work. Like, he doesn't work as the Authority's lapdog.
Yeah, that's the thing. I know he's a heel and all heels are supposed to love each other, but Kevin Owens never to me felt like a... Like, he was always kind of like a suck-up, but he never felt like he should be a corporate guy. He always felt like he was a bit too, like, prideful, and, like, he's like, I'm the prize fighter. I just want to win championships and have money for my family. And I feel like, but he was too independent and too... And, like, he's a little bit Steve Austin-y. Like, he's kind of a little bit of an everyman. He's a little bit of like I don't give a shit about any of this. I just want to win my titles.
I guess maybe they're trying to make it as dull as possible so we boo Kevin Owens. Because if it was like that, where he just came out and he's like, I don't care about what any of you are doing story-wise, I just want to come out and fight you, I feel like people would cheer that.
Yeah, because it would be fucking great. I know everyone's like, Kevin Owens should never turn face. Kevin Owens is, I don't know, a beautiful human being. I wouldn't mind cheering him.
Hey, that one match he had as a face in NXT was pretty great.
Well, where he first turned up.
Yeah.
Didn't he have a big, like, anti-hero face Ring of Honor run?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he could pull that off really well. Like, he's a really fun heel, but once again, if you take that and just turn him against bad guys, people will cheer the shit out of him. Like, if he's doing this whole, like, I'm gonna run up the ladder and get you, and now I'm just gonna slap you. Like, shit. But against, like, I don't know, Roman Reigns. Heels. Then that'd be great. That'd be some funny shit.
And I believe, like, Kevin Owens can be that person way more than Dean Ambrose. Like, Dean Ambrose and his weird, like, can't bend his legs run.
Dean Ambrose really needs to turn heel. That's what he needs. I know it's the thing that you always say when someone needs to not, like, to get better. It's like they need to turn heel. Dean Ambrose needs to turn heel. He needs to Dirty Deeds James Ellsworth's head through the mat on Tuesday. That's what needs to happen.
And then James Ellsworth comes out the next week and he doesn't even have, like, a head anymore. It's just got a face on shoulders.
So he hit no head music.
He's like, as long as I still got my two fists, and my kick,
My super kick.
I love it. His finisher isn't just like a double punch or something.
I do love how he like hulks up before the super kick as well. He like does the full like, ooh, I'm gonna get you. We're talking about SmackDown.
All right. So, have we even been talking about who we think wins most of these matches?
I think we predicted for all of them, but it was very quick. Like,
I guess I'll say Charlotte. Actually, I don't think I gave my prediction. I'll say Charlotte because I want her thing to keep going.
that's fair. I just feel like they wanna.
Also, Seth Rollins is just gonna keep losing.
Yeah, Seth Rollins ain't winning this shit. Kevin Owens is gonna win from like a dozen interferences. Maybe Triple H will turn up. That would be nice.
Maybe Shawn Michaels comes in on like a zip line.
I'd be completely okay with that. Somehow setting up his match with AJ Styles for the Royal Rumble.
He's like, "All right, AJ, where are you?"
AJ Styles, I've got something to talk to you about. We have to have a match for some reason. I know, maybe that was all an elaborate lie, and Shawn Michaels and Kevin Owens are gonna have a match. Shawn Michaels and Seth Rollins. Shawn Michaels can be like, you know who's my best friend? Triple H.
Like, how dare you do that to my best friend in the whole world, Triple H, and the best wrestler in the world.
And everyone's like, we're not going to fucking boo Shawn Michaels in his hometown. You need to stop making this mistake. And they're like, nah, Shawn Michaels, man. He's a bad guy. Nobody likes him.
Like, nobody pays attention to where these things are before they book them.
Why is Goldberg facing Canada? He ruined Bret Hart's career.
And fucking Brock Lesnar's he calls himself from Canada these days.
Oh, Jesus. That's not going to be a good match. That's Survivor Series. That's next month. Right now, we've got one more match to talk about.
Main event.
Yeah, this is listed as the main event on Wikipedia. Hope it isn't the main event because that would suck. Roman Reigns versus Rusev for the United States Championship. Also in the Hell in a Cell.
The best thing they can go for is just beating the fuck out of each other. That's like the only way that I could get any satisfaction from this blow-off of all blow-offs to this feud. I feel like every match has been like, okay, it's ending after this one. Roman Reigns just needs to beat Rusev one more time. Then you do it again. Because they've been going since before SummerSlam.
Yeah, it was before SummerSlam. Jesus. This feud has been going for ages and none of it has been any good. I can't think of a single segment. Like, a couple of the matches were okay, but I can't think of a single, like, storyline bit from this entire fucking feud. And I'm not like, ugh.
So, yeah, I want them both to be bleeding buckets. I want Roman Reigns to rub Rusev's like, bloodied head in front of his wife.
Like, outside the cage.
Yeah, while she's screaming.
That'd be great.
I want Rusev to, like, choke Roman Reigns with a fucking chain until he passes out. And then doesn't pin him, and he's like, I'm just gonna stomp on his head until he dies.
And then when he's dead, I'll be United States champion, right? That's how that works. Yeah, this feud's been bleh.
It might be looking at the card, the match I'm most looking forward to if they just say fuck it and really wail on each other.
Like if they have a proper brutal Hell in a Cell match, I'm down, I'm in, because neither of these other matches feel like they're gonna be brutal enough for the Hell in a Cell. It's called Hell in a Cell for a reason. It's because you're in a cell and it's literal fucking hell.
It's not like it's like, got thrown into that chain link fence once.
No, yeah, there needs to be some blood. There needs to be some barbed wire baseball bats. Just, I don't know. One of these has to go on top of the cell, right? Like, at some point. One of these matches. Like, maybe no one falls off it, but at least one of them has to, like, go up there.
Yeah, maybe, like, they do that spot that Dean and Seth did a few years ago where they're both on the side of a cage and then they fall off.
Like from halfway up.
I can believe, like, Seth and Kevin Owens has that.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool spot. I like that.
It was cool apart from Dean Ambrose just looked like he just jumped off.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "How the fuck? Why did you jump off, Dean? You just drove Seth's head into the chain and then you jumped off."
Yeah. What I did like is they kind of redid the Mick Foley thing where he climbed up the Hell in a Cell straight away, but he had the kendo stick.
Yeah.
And then Seth Rollins was like, I'm just not going to go up there. You guys go up. I quite like that match.
Yeah, it's a good feud.
Yeah. Like, I kind of feel like they ruined it with the ending.
It also had the best lumberjack match like in WWE history.
Oh, gee, where they just... Kane's coming out and being like, no, go get them! And they're like fighting through the crowd. They had some genuinely good matches, but at the same time, they never had just like a good singles match. All their matches were like weird, interference heavy. Right. But they were still good. I want them to have like an Iron Man match or something. I feel like that'd be awesome.
That would be great.
Because they did an FCW and it was fucking beautiful. Back on point. Feud's been fine. Roman Reigns and Rusev. I love Rusev. I think he's a genuine, lovable human being, babyface man. And Roman Reigns is a horrible dick who ruins weddings and insults Rusev's family.
Yeah, Rusev is genuinely like one of the best human beings on the show.
Yeah. And I can't. Once again, I can't. He's the heel, but I can't boo him.
But he's got scary sounding music.
His music's awesome. It's like, am I supposed to boo Samoa Joe? I know I'm supposed to, but I'm not getting it because his music's fucking rad. It's like, we need to stop giving heels such good music. Like, the Vaudevillains work because their music fucking kills the crowd.
I don't understand what people want, where they're like, no, we can't have heels like getting cheered and like having big reactions. They're supposed to be like boring, so like the babyface can like rise up and get the good reactions. But then when heels do kill the crowd, they're like, oh god, look at that, get out of here.
The problem is that was designed in a time, that was like an idea designed in a time when they didn't have a 3-hour weekly fucking show to fill.
Yes.
Like every week. That was the days when like Hulk Hogan would come out to Real American and he'd squash a jobber and he'd drop a leg, and Macho Man would come out and he'd drop an elbow, and that'd be it. That'd be the show.
They'd like do the handshake and do the cheer.
Piper's Pit would happen. Like, we're not in that age anymore. Like nowadays, like this is what made the Attitude Era work. Like faces and heels were a bit more interchangeable, and like faces could be unlikable dickheads and heels could be right. Like really could be Bret Hart or whatever and still be really fucking good wrestlers and get really good reactions in Canada. I really fucking love the Bret Hart heel in America, face everywhere else thing. Right there in Canada and everyone's just like applauding him and he's just like, yeah.
That was William Regal kind of had the same thing, where he would often be like face for like 1 week in when they were doing the UK tour.
Oh, I wish he'd been on the UK tour, when they did the NXT one. And I just wanted to come out and be like, "Hi guys, this is William Regal," and I could have been like, "Yeah."
Just as a little aside, for one I went to, he was there, but then he had to go back to America because he had to have surgery.
Oh.
Like he was like at the NXT show like 2 days before mine.
Oh yeah, because he had to have the pins in his neck and shit. Oh. That's cool though.
But yeah, things more interesting than this card.
Yeah, it's Roman Reigns versus Rusev. United States Championship, fine. Roman's winning, of course, because Rusev can't beat Roman Reigns. He was only dominant for a fucking year. He was only undefeated.
Roman Reigns wins.
Lol. Not lol. Not lol at all. Yeah, I thought he was supposed to be being punished. Put him in a tag team with Sheamus. That's a punishment right there.
Like Cesaro comes joint first in the best of 7 series, and he's rewarded by being in a tag team with Sheamus.
I really think you could have had a really cool Cesaro challenges for the Universal title thing going. Honestly, I would be down for that.
I still think it would have been great if you stick with a whole they both won. Be like, hey, you both have a title like match. And I don't know, it's like a triple threat or whatever, or maybe they have they both get title shots on like random episodes of Raw.
I thought those would work. I think it would be quite like, so then you can kind of finish off the feud if they have like a triple threat. Where I don't know, like they can they
actually like accidentally end up like working together really well to like fuck up Kevin Owens or whoever.
And then after that, Mick Foley can come out and be like, "You guys work together really well."
Yeah, rather than Mick Foley being a dick and being like, "Hey, you can have a shot at like the worst fucking championship on the show."
It's not the cruiserweight title. They didn't get a shot at that.
Oh my god, if Mick Foley came out and he was like, "Hey guys, got some great news. You got to drop like 60 pounds, and I'm giving you your title
He
opportunity."
comes out and he's like, "Hey, Cesaro and Sheamus, the Irish guy and Cesaro," and he's got his little cards. "You guys are gonna be cruiserweights."
The Irish last. Oh no, that's the other one.
That's what I was gonna say, and then I was like, "He's not the." That would be bad if Sheamus was the Irish last kicker. Alright, anything else to say about fucking Hell in a Cell?
He'd call it the Irish last kicker.
Lars. Yeah, anything else to say about Hell in a Cell?
I thought I was gonna watch it, but after talking about it, maybe I'll just.
No, we should watch it.
Okay, we'll watch it so we can talk about it.
Yeah. Yay. In conclusion, too many Cell matches. I don't care about any of these storylines, but at least we had a good time talking about it.
And we had some laughs. We had a good time. Last time we were. To be fair, last time we weren't looking forward to Clash of Champions much, and I ended up quite enjoying it.
Yeah. You enjoyed it, I didn't.
Yeah.
But you know.
But maybe I'll enjoy this one too.
Yeah, maybe it'll be great. We'll see. And speaking of seeing people, we'll see you guys next week. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. Rate us 5 stars. Tweet about it. Facebook it. Put it on your MySpace.
Recommend us on TripAdvisor.
TripAdvisor. Give us a good Yelp. Whatever websites are there. Whatever outdated reference. Dig us.
Put us on your Pinterest wall.
Give us a MSN us to some people.
Maybe share us or whatever word that is on Google Plus.
How about you guys go on your Angel Fire websites and post a link to our video?
I'm out. Oh, Bebo. Do things with us on Bebo.
Do things with us on Bebo. Or tout.
Tout
us. Tout it out. And with that said, we will see you guys hopefully on like Monday or something to review this pay-per-view. And also we may have some big news coming up. Whoa!
Whoa, what?
Cliffhanger!